Hi, today we're going to talk about this EPF account restructuring. I believe there's a lot of people are talking about this account 3, and also they're talking about opt-in. So what exactly is this? Let's explore this together. Now there's this new account 3 called the flexible account. Now what exactly is a flexible account? Now why is it called flexible? Because it is intended to be flexible. So member can withdraw from flexible account or account 3 for any reason, so long that the amount is minimum 30 ringgit. Now there's also these questions about whether or not should I opt in. So what exactly is opt-in? What are you opting in for? That is about opting in for an initial transfer. Now do you know that when you have this new account 3, how much is your account 3 balance is going to be? Now let's discuss this together. Now take for example, Peter is 35 years old. His EPF balance is right now account 3 70,000, account 2 is 30,000. So what happened is after 11th of May 2024, he's going to see that he will have three accounts in his EPF. So Peter's EPF balance is going to be, now actually his account 1 will remain at 70,000, account 2 will remain at 30,000, and there's actually nothing in account 3. So that means he will have to start to save up in his account 3 if he wants to do withdrawal in the future. And that's basically how he's going to save from his salary. So assuming his salary is 4,000 a month and he's going to get 24% EPF contribution. Now the 24% will be his own 11% and 13% is actually from his employer. So you will see that account 1 is going to get 75%. Now do you notice that it's no longer 70? It used to be 70-30. But now it's going to be 75%. So this new restructured EPF accounts, basically government is forcing you to save up more in your account 1. Whether you like it or not, that's how it's going to be after 11th of May. Now that account 2 will just have 15%. So it's going to see that out of the 960, 144 will be in account 2. And account 3, you're going to see 10%. So if Peter did not opt in, so we realize that account 1 and 2 balance is exactly the same as what we see just now. Account 3 is going to start with 0. So the first account, 70, 30, 0 will become 70, 720, 30, 144, and then it becomes 96. So if Peter wants to withdraw from his account 3, he can, because the minimum amount is 50 and there's no reason needed. So he can withdraw it anytime, for whatever reason. Now, but what exactly is an opt-in? Opt-in is basically you wanted to have something in your account 3. Call that the initial amount transfer. So where will they get money to transfer into your account 3? It's going to be from your present account 2. Now, let's say from the example we had earlier, account 1 was 70, account 2 was 30, right? There is a formula that they're going to use, which is based on this fraction. 5 out of 30 will goes back to account 1. 15 out of 30 will go back to account 2, and 10 out of 30 will go to account 3. Now that's only for cases your account 2 has a minimum of 3,000 ringgit and above. If your account 2 has less than 3,000, there will be nothing transferred into your account 1. So after opted in, your account 2, the 30,000 after split according to this ratio, you will see 5,000 goes into account 1, 15,000 goes into account 2, and 10,000 goes into account 3. So with that initial amount that you've transferred into your account 3, remember the original amount in account 1 was 70, account 2 was 30, account 3 is supposed to be 0, right? Now immediately after you have opted in, or Peter has opted in, you will see that account 1 becomes 75, account 2 becomes 15, account 3 becomes 10,000. So using the same example with 4,000 salary, right? So the rate of your EPF contribution is the same whether you opt or you don't opt in. So for Peter, he will still see 75% goes to account 1, 15% goes to account 2, and then 10% goes to account 3. So how much is going to be EPF balance for Peter? So the account 1 was 75, will become 75,720. Account 2 will become 15,144. Account 3 will become 10,096. And that means Peter can immediately withdraw the 10,000. Opted in simply means what? It simply means that you can have more money to spend instantly for any reason, which can be quite dangerous, right? Because if you spend all this money for any reason, it also means that you will have less money to use for important purpose. Remember, in Peter's case, if he has not opted in, he would have 30,000 in his account 2, and that 30,000 will remain in his account 2. But once he's opted in, he will immediately see that his account 2 will drop from 30,000 to 15,000, whereas 10,000 goes into account 3. So instead of having 30,000, he will only have 25. So you could see that the amount that you could withdraw become much lesser. Now, of course, it gives him more flexibility to withdraw for any reason, although it's just up to 10,000 in his account 3. So this account 2 is actually meant for important reasons. For example, you withdraw for your housing, for your education, for medical, so, or even for those cases that you've reached the age of 50 years old. So back to this question, should I opt in or should I not opt in? Now, whether or not you want to opt in or not opt in, I think the biggest consideration is your objective. So let's say if I'm in my early 30s or late 30s and I've been saving up my money for my housing purpose. By opting in, even though yes, you could have more flexibility to use certain amount of your money, but you would also expect that there'll be a reduced amount that you can use for your housing purpose. And would that actually jeopardize your long-term goals? So that must be your important consideration.